Entertainment History featuring your hosts Maddie Duell and Hannah Hoffman, brought to you by CBS. Today we will be discussing ancient board games. We have two subjects. One is an Egyptian game called Senet, and the second is Chaturanga chess. First up today, we have the game of Senet, which is a board game from ancient Egypt whose original rules were the subject of conjecture. The oldest hieroglyph symbolizing a Senet game dates to around 3100 BC. During this time, the Egyptian civilization began under King Narmer when he established the first Egyptian dynasty. In addition, Upper and Lower Egypt was united under Menes. This time also started the early dynastic period. Game boxes of Senet are found in a number of tombs. Queen Nefertari is shown playing the game of Senet on the wall of her tomb, and King Tutankhamun is buried with over 5 game boxes. The ancient Egyptians believed in the afterlife, and in order to reach the afterlife, there were several obstacles that one had to overcome. The game of Senet, which means passing, is correlated with the journey to the afterlife. This board game was a favorite pastime in Egypt and was very popular. However, the game was complicated. 2 players determined who began by throwing sticks or bones. A game piece began at square 1 on the upper left-hand corner and zigzags across each row and down to the next until it made it to square 30 on the bottom right. Each player is able to make moves to pass the other pieces on the board, as well as block their other opponents from moving in either direction. This includes all the information on the game of Senet. The second game is Chaturanga chess, which originated in India during the Gupta Empire in the 500s. This time was considered the golden age of India in art and architecture. In addition, during this time, Justinian ruled, and the plague outbreak occurred in the Byzantine Empire shortly after. Now time for the open letter.
Let's see what we have in the secret compartment. Ooh, 4 Lego warriors. Chaturanga chess means literally the game of 4 armies. Many believe that it was based off a time where India was split up into 4 different kingdoms that were always at war. So, many believe that Chaturanga chess is not a game but more of a simulation of war. Back to you.
The game spread very quickly throughout India, Persia, and Arabia during the 7th century and was eventually transformed into the modern game of chess in the 15th century. The game of Chaturanga chess can be played by 4 players who form teams of 2. The game is played on a board of 8 by 8 squares, but the squares are not checkered. Instead, they have markings on them that are still unknown to this date. In addition, the exact rules of how Chaturanga was played are still unknown. Chaturanga chess is known to be the successor of all board games. Chess has evolved more than any other board game in history, as Chaturanga chess is now known as just chess. The rules and pieces have just changed a little, however. The game is a monument in history because it has developed and changed throughout the years, but is still known and played today. Thank you for watching today's episode of Entertainment History all about board games. See you next time when we discuss ancient instruments.
Shawty's like a melody in my head that I can't keep on. Got me singing like na 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 every day's like my iPod stuck on replay.